Hey guys, give me just 1 second. Okay, so I've decided to basically do these videos over the Facebook Live because apparently now Facebook Live is no longer doing live videos in landscape mode. So I apologize to anybody who is enjoying the live videos and stuff like that. Um, but I'm going to be doing these, and in an effort to catch up, I'm going to be doing chapters. In this video, I'm going to be doing two videos today. Chapter 14 and chapter 15, and then the next video is going to be 16 and 17. Really quickly, I just want to let you guys know, I put a couple of posts on my Facebook. I'm cleaning up my Facebook friends list. I'm just not using Facebook as much as often for a lot of things. And I also know that I have a lot of people on my friends list that I don't even speak to. And it's not anything against those people. Like I said, I just don't speak to anybody. So most of the people on there. So if you guys are on my friends list and you see this video and I don't speak to you, then you're more than welcome to unfriend me. So I mean, that's just that right there. I will be uploading these videos as well to my new YouTube channel, which is under Dylan Baker. So if you guys want to go in there, you're more than welcome to check those out, of course. And of course, just the disclaimer as usual, I'm not doing these videos for any kind of recognition or anything like that. I'm just doing this because it makes me feel good. It gives me something to do. At the same time, if there's someone out there who this helps, then that means the world to me. So that's basically the whole thing with that. And as far as comments and stuff go, guys, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not a genius. I'm learning this as I go through it and as you guys watch it. So if you guys have any comments, opinions, questions, anything like that, please feel free to post those. Let's just make sure, like I always say, and keep it positive and classy. So let's get into it. We are in chapter 14, and now we are introduced to Samson. So we'll be getting into the whole story of Samson in this first video and in the second one. So we're going to learn a little bit about what's going on with Samson. So let's get started. Verse 1. And Samson went down to Timnah and saw a woman in Timnah and the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnah of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. So he wants to marry a Philistine. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all of the people that goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? So basically what they're saying is there not a woman in our village and of our people that will work? So, yeah, let's get into it. And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that this was of the Lord, and he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. So basically this is God's plan. He's wanting Samson to fall in love with this woman, so it'll get ready to cause a war in the future. Verse 5. Then went Samson down, and his father and his mother, to Timnah, and came to the vineyards of Timnath. And behold, a young lion roared against him. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and he had nothing in his hand. So basically, God gave Samson the power and the strength, almost superhuman strength, to destroy this lion. Let's keep going. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and his mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast. For so used the young men to do. So basically, it was tradition for the groom to hold a feast for the wife's family. Let's see, verse 11. And it came to pass when they saw him that they brought 30 companions to be with him. So they brought friends. And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 changes of garment, or change of garments. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. So he's giving these Philistines basically a challenge, a riddle. So 14, and he said unto them, out of the cater came forth meat, out of the strong came forth sweetness, and they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. So they don't know the answer to it. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? So they're threatening his wife and her family. They want the answer to this, or they're basically going to destroy her family and their home. 16, and Samson's wife wept before him and said, Thou dost but hate me and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it to me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it thy father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? So basically he's like, I haven't told anybody the answer to this riddle, so why should I tell you? 17, and she wept before him 7 days, and while their feast lasted, it came to pass on the 7th day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of her people. So she basically annoyed him to the point where he had no choice but to finally tell her, and she told the Philistines. So 18, and the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle. So basically he knows that his wife betrayed him at this point. 19, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, so he's paid them back. He had to pay them back because that was part of the wager. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. 20, here's the twist. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, his friend, whom he had used as his friend. So basically he gave his wife to his best friend because he knew what she had done. pretty crazy stuff. So that's chapter 14. And so basically that's what has taken place. So Samson has learned that his wife has betrayed him for the Philistines, but in all, this was God's plan for Samson. So we just have to see what's going to happen from there. 15. But it came to pass within chapter 15. Sorry. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of the wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife, this is, I guess, his ex-wife, with a goat. And he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber. But her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. So he's saying, don't mess with my daughter, take the younger one. And Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. So he's mad. And he's saying, well, you guys, you stick with the Philistines, and, they're not the good guys here. So verse 4, And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between the tails. So basically what he's done is he's gotten all these foxes, which actually are not foxes, they're jackals, and he tied their tails together and tied a torch in between their tails. So verse 5, And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both these shocks and also the standing corn, with the vineyards and the olives. So he set fire to all of their farms, basically. Then the Philistines said, "Who hath done this?" And they answered, "Samson, the son-in-law to Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion." And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire. So his wife or ex-wife, basically they've been destroyed. And this is kind of like Samson taking his revenge, and he got it. So verse 7, and Samson said unto them, "Though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease." So he said that basically he's going to wreak vengeance upon the Philistines. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam. So basically he slaughtered a bunch of Philistines and then took off. Let's see. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, "Why are ye come up against us?" And they answered, "To bind Samson. Are we come up to do to him as he hath done to us?" Let's see, verse 11. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam and said to Samson, "Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is it that thou hast done unto us?" So they're saying the Philistines are going to kill us because of you. And he said unto them, "As they did unto me, so I have done unto them." And they said unto him, they're talking to Samson, "We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines." And Samson said unto them, "Swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves." So he's saying, look, I'll let you take me to him, just don't kill me. 13, and they spake unto him, saying, "No, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee." And they bound him with 2 new cords, and brought him up to the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. So his strength, the power of God's strength came upon him. And the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that were burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass. So he basically took this sharp jawbone off of a dead donkey, and put forth his hand and took it and slew 1,000 men therewith. So he killed 1,000 men with this thing. And Samson said, "With the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men." And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called that place Ramoth Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord, and said, "Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant. And now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised?" 19. But God clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout, and when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. So God's taking care of him. Wherefore he called the name thereof En-Hakakor, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years. So basically, we're getting into Samson's fight against the Philistines, guys. And let's see if there's anything in the appendix that we might find pretty interesting. Okay, verse 15, it talks about the jawbone of an ass. It says this is one of the 7 weak things in Judges. Let's see. Verse 17, Ramoth Lehi actually means the uplifting of the jawbone. Let's see. Clave and hollow place that was in the jaw. This is in verse 19. It says here, clave open the hollow that is in Lehi. So, a spring in Lehi. Spirit actually means courage. And Hakakor means the caller's fount. So, that's where we are on that. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys sticking with everything and studying with me and everything like that. I gave the disclaimer at the beginning, so if you guys have any comments, questions, opinions, anything like that, they're more than welcomed. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. And I will be back in just a few minutes to do chapter 16 and 17. So, and what I'm going to be doing is with chapter 16 and 17, at the end of those, I'll be doing my usual prayer at the end of that. So if you guys want to join me, I will see you guys in the next video.